Center opening 2001.
Welcome back to the
Georgia Bulldogs
third
the
the third tennis center.
ago have the upper hand. They won the doubles point and now lead by a set on 4 of the 6 singles contests. So this is the chance for them to exert some control over this contest. Texas A&M has to win 4 singles matches, and they're going to have to come from behind in at least one of them to be able to pull that off. In fact, it'll have to be 2 matches where they lose the opening set, fail on 3. Here's a look at the court coverage that we have. 6 courts playing simultaneously. Things continue to go Georgia's way at the moment. Over on court number 2, it has been Lopata of Georgia, who's had a fantastic turnaround. Blitzed and blanked in the opening set by Nicole Kieran. Nastasia serving to take it to a third set.
I mean, the difference for Lopata in the second set, she's just got a lot more consistent. She was able to handle the pace a bit better off Kieran's racket to get her in a good position here, but it has been breaks back and forth in the last few games in this set.
Erase memories, relocate your family. Every time it gets harder. Money, 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 money. We can't keep doing this, Dawn. We appreciate what you did in the old days, but those days are over. Now you're on your own. Listen, maybe I could relocate. Full time. No, I can't be with my family again. Everyone just got settled. I'm not leaving. Take care of yourself.
Again, just having to defend so well in that one that she was on the full stretch to get back deep in the court, completely reset the point for Lopata.
Has had a fantastic season as she takes on the 13th ranked player in the nation, Nicole Kieran. She's unbeaten against ranked opponents this season. Guess right. And she's going to get the benefit of the point. Kieran can't finish. Lopata, what a dazzling display and poise to come back, and she's set point away from sending it to a third.
I just read that perfectly. I mean, Kieran's been a little bit predictable on that forehand. She's gone to the backhand corner the majority of the time, and so smart for Lopata to cover that side.
Lopata 9-0 against ranked opponents. Hasn't lost a match against a player. Has a number next to her name since late February of this year. Oh, she was there.
Yeah, she was there. It was a little bit of a tough reach. She closed so hard, so the ball got behind her slightly.
All right.
Considered to be the most cerebral player of the Bulldogs. Lopata,
Oh,
deciding point here for the set. She's certainly found a way to make things difficult in Nicole Kieran in set number 2. This time, no mistake. Wise to go deep. Kieran absolutely disgusted with the turnaround as Lopata says, we're going 3 on court number 2. So what was a dominant start for Kieran of Texas A&M, it's going to be a tussle now, 1 set to decide supremacy. And here's another look. Brilliance of Lopata to go deep. Watch the reaction from Nicole Kieran at the end. This is the picture of discontent, Joe.
Yeah, I think she's just want to get that done in 2 because she knows what a tough competitor Lopata is, and she had chances. She broke back a couple times to keep her in that first set, so it just really flustered that she couldn't finish that in 2 for the Aggies.
4th meeting between Lopata and Kieran. 3 of them, well, 2 of them, didn't finish. Lopata won the only contest that did reach completion, and that was in 3 sets as we transition over number 5. Chance to peek in on Smetanikoff and Grant.
Welcome back to the
Texas A&M
National
trying to find her way
Championship.
back into the second set as we're putting on.
Currently, our
quality
Georgia
turnaround
Bulldogs are
herself.
taking the lead like
Gigi
1
Grant
to
just
nothing.
won the opening set.
It's gonna be a heck of a game, you know.
Both of these women described by their coaches as players who are so emotional and they're not afraid to show that they bleed for their teams. You know, they throw it all out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hate to
yeah.
say this at one
And
time
you
to
can't-
report this,
you can't
but
help yourself because it is
one
such
fact,
an exciting
Georgia,
moment, intense moment.
they
pressure,
have had the
moments
most
where
wins
it's so
in
tough
our
to deal with, and
in
I
the
almost
program
feel like it's
history
better to
for
show
the
that
women's
emotion, let
college
it out
tennis team.
in a
And you know
positive
why
way.
I say that?
Gigi
Because-
Grant has been absolutely fantastic. The senior from Uruguay, winning all 5 of her matches previously. She's won all 11 sets and lost only 22 games. I think at 26 now, but still in great position here. She's served for 5-4.
Now, the only thing I want to tell you, it's kind of beautiful, beautiful day for a national championship game. Because last year we held it indoors last year inside the tennis complex, but we supposed to have it outside, but we decided to have it indoors because it was raining last year.
Graduate assistant
You know,
in the athletic program in Athens.
I would say
That's great movement with the feet from Smetanikoff. Knew that Grant had to hit up on that ball. She was so quick to take that ball on the rise.
yeah, it's gonna be more Everson than ever. Yeah, this goal for this year, we're supposed to win in the national championship game this time, but last year we lost.
Just taking some extra time. The winds have been gusting up to 31 miles per hour today. They picked up. Oh, she tried to
Kind of
sneak
very
one in.
upsetting.
Smetanikoff knew it
On
was
a
coming.
very
She was
disappointing
there.
loss last year at the national
Yeah, and I think
championship.
she knows that from Grant for sure that she can throw that in there sometimes. It looked like she wasn't surprised.
But
She was
luckily,
very alert for that.
we
but
held
Grant still got the easy mistake.
outdoors at the Turk Tennis Center.
Quick underhand serve.
Now, another thing,
It's pretty ridiculous. That ball moved so much. Smetanikoff did well to adjust.
You can see her moving left, right, trying to.
and I
adjust
see
to
some
the-
fans out here.
ball was moving in
That's
there.
all.
Serve in the second set. 1-1. Third set just getting underway on court number 2. As
I
it
see
is
some
on
fans
court
here.
number 3.
That's all.
Has held for one love there. Merton Perez.
Because I hate to say this and
Just
report
held
this, but
also. Rojas, Reed,
there's
and two in the second set. Number 6 is continuing to get
our goal is to win the national championship game this year. But last year we lost to the same team. But let's try to win it. That's all.
There's underhand serve again, but that
Wow.
time slightly shorter from Grant. Good recognition early, too, from Smetanikoff.
So Smetanikoff will serve for the second set for Texas A&M on court 5. Absolutely
And we're going
crucial.
for the second set.
Success of the Aggies needing to
Yeah,
win
it's gonna
4
be a
of the 6
long
singles matches.
game today.
Try to force a third set. They're going to have to do so on 2 courts to have a shot.
So I think it's probably the third set or second set,
Again,
wherever
court
we're
number
on.
6, we're talking about
We on
Sophia
court
Rojas
6
from
now.
Georgia. She's part of that pit crew that has been so impressive to get the Bulldogs to this final.
Right?
Unbeaten 4, 5, and 6. Our first chance to see the junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
And
That's about 30
Sophia
miles
Rogers
northeast from
Jr. and her
Atlanta.
hometown is
She was at
Lawrenceville,
Oklahoma
Georgia.
State for a time and then decided, well,
That's
you know
her
what? I'm gonna
hometown.
go home. Transferred to
Kind of
Georgia.
few
Georgia's
miles
had a lot of
from
transfers. It's been some
Athens,
time, but
Georgia.
she's been a welcome
Yeah,
addition.
she has. Yeah,
And a
she
few
just
miles
loves
from
being
Atlanta
part
area.
of this team, and this particular matchup is interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of similar
It's
to
like you
actually the
said,
Perez, where you have someone that hits with a lot of pace, power, good depth off the ground. That's Reed I'm talking about. Against the hustle of Rojas, just defends so well and has gotten her in a good position. Couple three set points now for Georgia.
Yeah, interesting. These two meeting for the fourth time this year. The winner of the opening set eventually won the match in straight sets.
yeah, that's
Rojas
Sofia
winning their first meeting back in February.
Rojas
Reed winning
is our
their
player
last
on
two.
our team. And she's a junior once again.
Rojas
We
victorious in her
still
first
have
contests in singles.
Coming
Unfinished
down
in her
to,
last
I would say, maybe two.
two. You see how good Lexington Reed can be off the ground. She just has immense
On
power.
both sides, yeah. I think the length of her ball too, especially on the backhand, she gets that length so well. That gives her so many opportunities. The forehand very consistent as well, but she's going to
Yeah,
be
we are live
the
from the
more
Hurricane
aggressive
Center in
player
Waco,
in that
Texas.
duo.
2015 Tennis Magazine voted her tennis center the top collegiate facility, and it's
I can
it
see
is
why.
impressive.
Yep,
Yeah,
so-
it's beautiful.
Yes, the winner of this
Second
game
time
will
of
be the
year.
crowned
She did so in
champion.
2015 as well. As everybody at the
This
Collegiate
is
Tennis University
the
is
only
focused on
thing.
Waco,
That's all I have to
Texas.
say.
And Reed will force a deciding point. So Rojas not done
And-
yet to try to extend this the full distance.
Alright, let's try not to have other Texas A&M Aggie women's tennis player to have this game to extend it. That's all. And up soon in August, we'll have college sports. It's going to be starting their season.
And Rojas able to finally secure the second set. They will go three
Will be
on court
it's
6.
college football.
For the first time this year between
That's
these
the
two
most
four
second, the
meetings.
largest
So
exciting
one set
sport.
format to decide who will be victorious.
It will be volleyball and women's soccer, men's
4-5,
soccer.
where we're heading is Smetanikoff also trying to extend for Texas A&M this contest to a third set.
Third set.
2 points away from accomplishing that against Grant of Georgia.
Yeah, let's try to. We have 30 and up. Let's see if we can just break that.
And Smetanikoff double faults her way to a break point.
That's an area of her game where she can get a little nervy. Smetanikoff on that second serve can throw in some double faults at some crucial times.
Yeah, the link will be broken.
An opportune time to lose her way. Smetanikoff double faults back to back, including on break point, and Gigi Grant's bid for a straight sets win is kept alive in the process.
Yeah, she just takes her foot off the gas a little bit on that second serve. Doesn't go
Yeah,
after enough. Just trying to push
so-
that ball in the court to get the point started. And that's where sometimes
We
you
can
throw
see
in
it
the
on the
double
scoreboard,
faults
and
when
we're
you
in the lead
decelerate.
1
That's exactly
to
what
nothing
happens.
so far in the shootout. And
Georgia leading on courts 1,
oh,
4, and 5. Texas A&M on 2, 3, and 6 in the set lead, but 2 of those matches have already gone to a third set. Kupras on court number 3 for Texas A&M has a break lead for 2-love, and Grant's gone to the underhand serve one too many times. First one got Smetanikoff. Second one, already made the adjustment. Third one, Grant can't clear the net.
But I don't think it's necessarily a surprise anymore for Smetanikoff, and that sometimes when you use that serve to throw your opponent off, but Smetanikoff is expecting it now. I like that play. I like when Grant comes forward to the net. One, she's very comfortable transitioning forward, and we mentioned a few times in these windy conditions, it's a good play. It's so tough to pass because you feel like you have to control the ball a bit more, and it's just difficult to do in the wind.
Smetanikoff has faced Grant enough to know that if she puts it there, the volley is so solid from Gigi.
Oh, God. Oh.
The ball just died off the bounce. Grant was moving forward, but just didn't get a high enough bounce. It surprised her that just didn't have that lift.
Yeah, it's the elements affecting the fans too. They're having to yell even louder to fight the wind for them
Exactly.
to be heard here. It's that kind of day.
Wow, good save out there. Ah. Oh, Jay, come on.
Grant did a great job of judging that high ball because she had to hit it behind her. She was facing the wrong way. But Smetanikoff, great use of the court, brought her back in, then used the lob. Very crafty.
Week 3 of May is coming your way. Ooh, that's a tough serve.
Didn't get turned enough on that overhead. Just
we're catching up.
A bit too much on that lob.
Smetanikoff for the pass. She's got the break for 6-5. And if you're just joining us, that's a testament to the elements, the conditions of the day, the steady breeze, playing very central tennis until Smetanikoff pulls the trigger. So she'll serve for the second set on court 5 as we find our way back to the number 1 court and check in on Vidmanova and Stoyanov. They've just been hammer and tong at each other, just going back and forth. There's been so little between the two. Vidmanova did take the opening set. Stoyanov looks to seize the lead for 4th time here in set number 2.
Our goal is to win the game and win the national championship this time. Because last year, the Aggies, they've beaten us. Come on. Get it?
That's good recovery from Vidmanova. She was so aggressive on that return that she was so far inside the court, but was very quick with the feet to get back into position. It's a great pickup.
Stoyana.
It's Mary Stoyana, the 138 career victory, the most in program history. Wow. So this is her final time beyond that on her team. So she will be graduating in this month of May.
She's had Vidmanova's number a number of times already this year, including winning 5 of the 7 matches that they played that has reached its conclusion.
So after this national championship game, and then this will conclude it, our season this year, and it's going to be officially over. Then everything is like going to be in the books. The season is in the books, so we're just going to see what's in what's favorite memory. What commentation was your favorite of all time?
Left it out there. Vidmanova puts it up, and Stoyana can't convert. The deciding point goes to Vidmanova, Georgia, who now has a set and a break lead on court 1.
Well, I mean, Stoyana, I love the intention of coming forward to put that pressure, but she has.
And another thing,
Vidmanova has gone down the line almost every single time on that forehand passing shot and won every single point. At least that time, Stoyana covered that shot, but just couldn't execute the volley.
All right.
Next door on court number 2.
This is court number 2 here.
Opening 2 sets. They have each held for 1-all in the third. In this contest featuring 2 players ranked in the top 20 nationally. Chance here to break. She has broken. That's the chance she needed, and she converts. So the Bulldogs with the upper hand on court number 2. Back over to court number 5 once again. Checking on Smetanikoff, 2 points away from extending this contest to a 3rd set.
It's going to be a long.
Just fighting against the wind there, Smetanikoff.
Continuing to be blustering, continuing to cause problems and make the players adjust to those heavy gusts that you see. They've been up as high as 31 today, continually sustained at 25 miles per hour currently. Smetanikoff has become error prone and might cost her here. Grant with a chance to break to send it to a tie break.
I feel like I see this in Grant's matches where she's been in this position and she just stays so rock solid, puts the pressure on the opponent to have to produce something.
There's the steady breeze. Can you call it a breeze when it's getting up to 25
No,
miles per hour?
A breeze is way lighter than this.
I'm glad we duct taped you to that chair so you won't fly away. Grant will have a look at the second serve here. Double break point for 6-all.
That's a good put away. I think Grant got caught in 2 different minds there, whether they hit the pass or hit the lob, and ended up being just a lofty ball for Smetanikoff to cut off.
Yeah, that indecision just left it float, and Smetanikoff saves 1 break point. She has another to deal with, but it also doubles as a set point for her.
Trying to loosen her up,
Stay positive. Deciding point goes Grant's way. She still has the chance to seal a straight sets win as they will duel in the tiebreak.
Well, it was unfortunate for Smetanikoff because she actually hit a really good serve to set up a nice approach shot. Just that leg port really at a disadvantage. Well done from Grant.
Texas A&M has to
See
win
the University of
4-6.
Georgia
Gotta come back
fans?
a couple of matches in order to do that. Smetanikoff has lost twice this season to Grant in straight sets, trying to avoid that pitfall here.
All right, it's 8:21 p.m. And up there in Waco, Texas, maybe the same time.
Such good hands from Grant. He's constantly keeping Smetanikoff on the run there. Enough backspin on that last volley. Where it just
Yeah, I
came
wanted
back
to,
Grant.
Big four from court number one. Vidmanova broken by Stoyanov for 4-all second set. Vidmanova tried to serve and volley and hit in the net. Now on court 5, Smetanikoff serving for the first time in the tiebreak.
Let's see what's what. Red.
Lost her patience just a bit. Smetanikoff tries to hold that ball down the line, but this is the mark, and Grant does that to you.
She does, yeah. I mean, when you're just getting the high balls back in play, you have this urge to feel like, okay, I have this time to get aggressive and go after it, but that's where you can start overplaying.
Lapata breaking for Georgia on court number 2 to have the 3-1 lead. Kupras was up 3-love. Still has the break advantage on court 3. No mistake this time. Smetanikoff, she wanted that point. She constructed it well.
Yeah.
Strong finish.
And she's pretty strong on the overhead overall. That was a much shorter lob, but really snapped through that overhead.
We just want to thank you all for a great weekend, and we'll move on to the third week of May. Week 3 is coming our way next, starting tomorrow. It will last from the
singles contest. All 3 of the matches since have been
from the
unfinished.
19th to May 23rd, Friday.
There's Grant.
And we got one more. Well, we actually got a couple more weekends left to go, unless we got one more. But if that's the case, you know,
Smetanikoff, you could see that was a great example. Why you take the overhead, but the ball moved so much. She actually had to reposition herself.
I wanted to say that.
Twice.
I want to say this once.
She had the one, it started going, then it started to come back towards. She had to readjust on the fly.
It is 8:24.
Straight into play. She just keeps getting that ball back in play.
So crafty. And just so confident in her skill set that she can do just about anything. She gets under your skin. Grant has the upper hand now. The mini break for 3-1.
Time around.
And Smetanikoff, once again, she's had these little patches where she gets error prone.
Yeah. And it's on the slower balls where she has to produce her own pace. But, I mean, Grant can make you feel like, okay, I can get aggressive. This is my ball to take, and it is. But Smetanikoff has coughed up the errors. You know, get aggressive more down the center of the court, especially in difficult conditions.
See, Gigi Grant, she's called the most energetic
And
and spirited of the Bulldogs by her coach.
We only need like 3 more points to win the match and win the national championship. So last year we lost, but this year we have made a comeback and we won it.
I almost feel like Smetanikov's done better when in this tiebreaker the last couple of games when Grant has come forward, because it's actually forced her to get
And another
hit with more
thing,
acceleration, and that's what she needs. That's what helps you control the ball better.
Georgia needs 3 singles matches to be national champions. They lead on court 1, where Vidmanova will now step the line to serve for the match.
so we need 3 more
Stoyanov.
matches to win it. We got, yeah.
In the 3rd set.
And number 1 singles, number 5 singles, and number 4 singles.
That lead has evaporated somewhat. Merritt with a good chance for the Bulldogs on court 4. Up a set.
And we're in the lead 1-0 so far.
Rojas and Reed continued in the early stages. Rojas has just broken Reed for Georgia on court 6.
We're on ESPN Plus for this national championship game today.
Georgia in prime position now. If Grant can secure this second point, it's going to give the Bulldogs a significant advantage.
That ended up being tricky. I know that shouldn't have been tricky, but I think it just made me bounce differently off at the last moment on Smetnikov.
On the right side, court number 1 brought in division as Vidmanova looks to pull off the straight sets victory over her nemesis. Just a 2-5 record against Mary Stoyanov in their careers.
Good pace from Smetnikov again on the pass.
Stoyanov on the right, 4-1, nets the forehand. So Smetnikov has done good to get back even. Remember, she contributed to part of her deficit.
Yep.
So error prone, but she's turned it around. Meanwhile, on court number 1, one of the underlying stories of this as an objective observer, you look at 2 seniors, they're playing their last
I
match.
know.
I mean, for one of them, it's going to be elation, the other heartbreak.
Yeah, emotions either way. That's for
Yeah.
sure. A lot of emotions on this court.
Stoyanov, the only senior from Texas A&M. Obviously, graduation will take her away and she'll be done. She doesn't want to succumb here. 2 points away from losing her final match for the Aggies. Vidmanova settling herself nicely on court 1.
Also, our goal is to not to lose this national championship game.
And Vidmanova in prime position.
That's all. That's all I want to say.
Chances, if necessary, to produce the straight set win.
Vidmanova just overall has been a lot more calm in these last couple games.
Smetnikov serving 5-4 on the left over court number 5. As the number 2 player in the nation on the right side tries to finish the career of the number 1 ranked player in the country. Oh, Mary's not done.
That was impressive. Match point down. She was so fast with the wrist there to get that power on that passing shot, Stoyanov.
Remarkable careers with so much accomplished. Vidmanova, the NCAA singles champion, going up against the number 1 player in the country. Her second match point. She tries to pick pick up her 106th win as a Bulldog. And that's going to do it. Dasha Vidmanova takes down Mary Stoyanov at their final contest at the collegiate level, and she does so in straight sets. 6-4, 6-4 to give Georgia their second point of the 4 they need to be champions in 2025.
Yeah,
And now our
that's a huge
score
win.
now
Just
is
to put
2-0.
extra pressure on the Anna
Okay,
team.
we are down to 2 more points. We need 2 more. 2 more to go. 2 more.
And just for that number 1 spot
All
to
we
get that
need
security,
is
extra
2
security for
more
Georgia.
points. 2 more.
Unfinished in her first 3 matches in the opening 3 rounds, but she finishes beating the Wimbledon Junior Girls Champion 2 years ago, Liv Hovde in straight sets, number 24 in the country, Thea Radlin in straight sets, and then Mary Stoyanov, the number 1 player in the nation, and that's a Georgia lead, 2-0. They just need 2 more, and they've got revenge for.
All right. We need 2 more points. We need 2 more. Come on, guys. Come on, ladies.
I understand the heartbreak for Stoyanov.
We need 2 more points. We need 2 more to go.
Last year and back
And if that's the case, we won the national championship game. And then after that, there will be time for the trophy
I think it's just tough knowing
celebration.
that it's a match as well, trying to just overcome that emotion and that feeling.
Yes, we're going to have a trophy presentation afterwards.
down to an early lead for the Bulldogs.
And we have some other players who's coming over here. And yeah.
Her way back in, but how much time does she have here? Lopata with a chance to extend her lead to 4-2. Meanwhile, on court number 5, Svetanikov has just won the tiebreak, so that match is going to a 3rd set. That makes 4 of the 5 remaining matches heading for a final and deciding set. And Lopata has 4-2 either going to a deciding set or already in the midst of it as we are here on court number 2.
Karen, after losing that in the second set, we did see her get very frustrated, and I just feel like she's still holding on to some of that frustration in this 3rd set. Every time she loses a point, just getting a little bit down on herself.
So really at the moment, as it stands, Georgia already leading 2-0 on the overall scoreboard, has the lead, up a break on court 2, up a set and 3-all on court 4, and up 3-1, a break in the 3rd on court 6. Combination of any of those 2 of those.
Oh,
3
yeah,
points,
that's a
and it's
bad
all over for
serve.
Georgia.
So this is the singles.
Yeah, but all over in the best way, Jill.
Yes,
so
for sure,
much
yeah.
as they'll be lifting the trophy, yeah. It will be finished for Texas A&M on the short end, but yeah, Georgia has a lead.
We are in the lead 2-0 in a shootout.
Nicole Kieran has been up and down. Her emotions have been just a complete roller coaster in this contest.
Oh, she missed it. Wow, she played such a good point, and that's been the story, though, is in this 3rd set, Lopata just anticipating so well. She's been predicting throughout this 3rd set where Kieran's going to hit the ball and been covering the court really nicely, forcing the errors from Kieran.
Yeah, she's asked often, Lopata, she takes on some of the best players in the country in the 2 positions. She constantly produces for Georgia. And despite being blitzed in the opening set, look at the resolve she has demonstrated ever since.
I think that's what you have to go out feeling, though, when you're playing someone like Kieran, because she can play the type of tennis where she takes the racket out of your hand, and she did that in the 1st set. So in Lopata, we saw her get down on herself as well, but to be able to turn that around, she ended up trusting, knowing that she could dig in, that she could get a lot of these balls back in play, started moving better to turn this match around.
it's put up or suffer a absolute devastating blow here for Kieran. She has to hold. And she's going to be in danger here. Potentially supplying Lopata with a chance to serve it out. Rojas with break point over on court number 6 for a double break lead for the Georgia Bulldogs.
That time went after that volley, like she knew she was going to make
All right,
it.
the Aggies are.
Great movement forward there.
Well, she's catching up.
And Sophia Rojas on court 6 for Georgia has the double break lead. She's up 4-1, final set. As Lopata also threatening to give herself the advantage and put herself one game away.
Kieran just taking a little extra time here to try and compose herself.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is going to be a tough pill to swallow.
Great miss hit on that serve from Kieran.
Anastasia Lopata, the junior from Kyiv, Ukraine, has been so composed, and she will stand up next to serve for the third and final set on court 2. Looking to give Georgia their third point with the necessary 4 to win the title. And they're up a break, a double break, mind you, on court number 6 are the Bulldogs. I mean, talk about being in prime position. Here is a peek in on Sophia Rojas at the far end for Georgia, serving to Lexington Reed 4-1. This has been where the experience of Rojas has really benefited her. The junior from Lawrenceville, Georgia, taking on the freshman Reed. And that backhand, usually so reliable for Lexington Reed, has not been as sturdy.
Yeah, I think she's gotten to the place where she's a bit unsure on her strokes now, because that one that she just missed, almost overrunning it, predicting that she needs to cover the court. Rojas has done well to get Reed more on the move, get her off balance. I like that return, just deep down the center of the court, takes away the angle for Rojas to work with.
So Lopata up to the line on the right side on number 2 court, serving for the match. Kieran continues to break down. The longer the rally goes, the more nervous she seems to get.
Well, it's in her head now. I mean, she just hasn't been able to let these emotions go that quickly, Kieran.
Steadiness of Lopata at the far end for Georgia, just on display through these last 2 sets. She's just so steady, and despite obviously the lopsided score of the opening set, she never panicked. She's smart enough to know that there's still a lot of tennis to play. Drake Bernstein calls her the most thoughtful player on the squad, always questioning things and wanting to seek the
That's what makes you better, right?
Yeah. Says she could be a coach one day. Said he wouldn't be surprised to see her
I could see that.
in the program.
She's got that like nice calm demeanor as well. You want someone as a coach, that as a player, if you're getting emotion, frustrated, you look over, you see someone that looks pretty calm, that gives you confidence.
And Anastasia Lopata looking for the perfect 10, twofold. Looks to finish this match off to win her 10th straight contest and improve to 10-0 this season against ranked opponents. And more importantly, on a racket now. Quadruple match point. Give Georgia a 3-love lead. And that's it. Lopata has done it, coming back from being bageled in the opening set to win in 3, and gives Georgia point number 3.
All right, this is coming down to this.
Quality effort as we
This
check
is
in on
it.
court number 6. It could be all over very quickly if Lexington Reed of Texas A&M serving.
This is it.
Can't regroup quickly. And how remarkable.
And we
has
got
Georgia been. They're
3 to
dominant in this
nothing.
tournament.
So
4
is
or 5
this
rounds
down to
previously,
this?
they shut out opponents.
This can be over very quickly. If we beat Texas A&M Aggies, we are the crown champion of the time.
Outscoring the opposition as Georgia.
So right now,
23-1. And it's Rojas who will try to give Georgia their 19th shutout of the season in route to what it would be the national title.
all right, I think some of her teammates is over here.
Champions in 1994 and 2000.
Yep, this is what we are going for. We're seeking at our 3rd national championship title. This is something. This is coming down to this. We are down to the very last point, and this is down to this. If we win this thing,
and that's where you can start to think you want to be that
or whatever,
that clinches it for your team, but you start thinking about it too much. Nerves come into play, but she's got a good cushion. And 5-1.
my. Once again, we're rooting for Georgia Bulldogs.
That's good power down the center of the court. Smart from Rojas.
All right.
The opposite end of the Herd Tennis Center as Rojas gets so close, 2 points away. Her teammate Gigi Grant is up an early break in set number 3. So Georgia really on the precipice, but it could all end right here on court 6.
Everything will be all ended right here on court number
Transfer from
6.
Oklahoma State, Lawrenceville, Georgia. Oh, so close to clinching it for Georgia and the Bulldogs.
This can be over right here.
And Reed, I have to say, is very good at not panicking, watching her throughout this tournament. She stays in it. She knows that on the opposite side.
So after we win this thing, and then we are the crownest champions ever, and then that will do it for this season, for the 2024 and 2025 season, and then that will conclude everything.
Boys that
You
we've
know,
seen from the freshman this year.
Yes.
She had to come in and get used to the environment at Texas A&M, and she rattles off 29 wins this year. And that falls in. She'll take it. It'll be the hold for Reed for 5-2. So that's quite a way to finish the 7th game.
If only you could do that on purpose.
Wow,
That would be,
yeah.
that would be great.
Exactly. Just like we practice, Coach,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So Reed prolongs the 3rd set on court 6. And it'll be Sofia Rojas who will try to seal the deal. She has been fantastic in the number 3 position with a 17-3 record this year. A solid transition to come into an already established program like Georgia
Yep.
and be a contributor as she has.
And I love this dynamic of being able to talk to the coaches for Rojas, Drake Bernstein, really just trying to settle those nerves, just give her some positive reinforcement. Mark, of course, just saying, look, you can still stay in this. You're a good fighter. At this point, doesn't have really much to do with strategy, just trying to get your players in that good place mentally.